Hi, it's Coach John. So you're an outfielder. What does that mean? Probably a lot more than you think it does. Any good coach understands that some of his best athletes and most valuable personnel play the outfield on his team. It's not just a place to hide somebody with a good bat who's got limited range. That's far from the truth. What I want you to understand is that there's certain characteristics an outfielder can have to bring a lot to the table with their team. They have to have their team's back. Almost anything that happens in the infield is being covered by the outfield in case a mistake is made. They also have to be a track star. You're running down everything and you're moving always. So we're going to show you a few drills and a few techniques to help you be more confident in not only catching a ball, what to do with it after the catch, and using your body in an athletic way to get to the ball. Come on, let's take a look. Hey, welcome back. We're lucky enough today to have Taylor with us. Taylor is a fantastic outfielder that just graduated from Lourdes University, and she's going to help demonstrate a few different techniques that'll help the beginning outfielder develop into a fantastic outfielder. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is use some tennis balls. This gives a new outfielder the confidence to go ahead and catch a ball without worried about being hurt. That's the number one thing, is they see this big hard ball coming down at them and they're like, oh, I don't know, this might hurt. But with a tennis ball, you can do this drill with a little more confidence and then work your way into a transition of a real ball. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our player right in front of us and we're gonna toss the ball straight up to him. Okay, player's gonna track the ball. And as the player gets a little more comfortable, you can vary how far up you throw it and whether you're coming backward and forward. I want you to pay attention that Taylor is constantly talking, okay? There's two other outfielders out there and there's infielders that are dropping back to make plays on the ball. So she needs to be talking to let them know what's happening. Also, understand that when Taylor gets the ball, her body weight stays behind the ball and she is ready to attack forward to support a throwing motion. Now, once your ball player gets comfortable with just working straight ahead, we can start working on short drop steps, okay? This enables a player to just take a couple of steps, open up their hips, and go get a ball. Like any good ball player, Taylor's tracking the ball with her eyes right into her hands. And notice she's catching it with one hand. There's a myth when it comes to catching a softball in the outfield that you should be catching it with two hands. There are times when you might secure the ball with two hands on a high pop-up. Most of the times, though, you're catching it with one hand, with the other hand nearby to help transition into the throw, but you're not really catching it with two hands. So now your player has gotten more comfortable with catching a ball starting with tennis balls. As she gets more comfortable, we can go ahead and transition into using real balls. Now that we have a glove in our hand, you're gonna see that Taylor's gonna tuck her mitt when we actually drop step in order to be the most efficient runner to the ball that we can find. Let's start off straightforward. She's always ready to throw the ball and explode back. There you go. After they get used to that, we can start again ranging the same way we did with the tennis balls into a drop step. Always talking, always athletic, always moving. So it's pretty simple. You take simple mechanics, make them comfortable for the player to learn, and then progress through the actual game itself. This gives a base skill to your learning outfielder and maintains good skills for your seasoned outfielder to continue to work as they progress. Okay, now that your player's comfortable with catching a ball, we have to teach them some patterns of movement with their body so that they can maintain top speed as they sprint towards the ball and still maintain catching the ball. So we're going to do a series of drills here that allows your player to catch the ball straight on, a little more on an angle, and farther out. If you see, I've got 2 cones lined up and Taylor's on one end of the cones. She's going to sprint towards the other cone and I'm going to throw her a ball with no loft on it straight at her. Okay? She's going to maintain her hips and tucked glove until the last second where she reaches out and catches the ball. Now, if your outfielder feels a little more comfortable doing this with a tennis ball, by all means, adjust accordingly. So if you notice, Taylor stays tucked with the mitt in the shoulder. That keeps her the most efficient she can while she's running and doesn't pull it out until right before she's ready to make the catch. Remember earlier when I said sprinting matters? Well, that's what the outfield's all about. Getting to the ball, not as the ball gets there, but ideally beating the ball to the spot so that you're ready for it. Now, once your player gets comfortable with that, we're going to have that player run the same route, but once they get to the cone, they're going to take a 45-degree angle towards the middle, and after they make the turn, that's when you throw to them. This allows them to extend a little more, see a little bit more loft, and simulates a line drive that they can track. Again, the glove stays tucked. If you know how to run, you can be a great outfielder. Everything else is just a piece of concentration. All right, not everybody moves like a gazelle like Taylor does, but I'll tell you, it's not too hard when you understand the concepts of what you need to do to get where you need to get. Now there's that ball that you have to chase down. It's not quite a line drive, but it's not over your head. You can go get it. Taylor's gonna head on that 45-degree angle towards the corner, and she's gonna pull one out. Well, she made the catch. I'd recommend that you don't do that, but what a great athlete. These simple 3 drills are something you can use with your kid in an open field or in a training facility to teach them how to range different types of balls and how you're going to react and work with them individually. So this is a really simple drill that helps your outfielder understand how to put themselves in the best position to make the play after the play. What's the play after the play? Well, unless it's the final out in the inning, we're looking at throwing the ball after we've received it, especially if we have runners on base. So what I've done here is I set up 3 different cones. That's going to be cone 1, cone 2, and cone 3. I'm going to throw a high pop-up. I know we're in a facility, but a high pop-up, and Taylor's going to position herself to push behind it to face the cone that I call out so that she has a good body position to make that throw. Let's see how she does. Cone 1. Notice her body of movement. She circles around the ball. She's pushing towards her target so that after the catch, she has an idea of where she needs to go. Her infielders are helping her. They're talking about the runners, but this is the outfielder's job to get themselves in a good position to succeed. Cone 3. And finally, cone 2. I want to thank Taylor for taking time out of her busy schedule to coming and helping us. She's a fantastic athlete and she's contributed so much to the game of softball. We really do appreciate it. And there's no shame in being an outfielder, even at a young age. There's 3 spots in every team for outfielders. That means you get more chances of playing time. I'd embrace it. What do you think? Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed this latest video from K2 Mentoring. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and of course share it with your friends and teammates. Now, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next great video. And again, thanks for training with us. Enjoy and keep working hard.